The death toll continues to rise after that massive earthquake in Southeast Asia. Coming up, we'll have the latest on the tragedy.
And today's not going to be too bad, just cooler from this weekend. The rest of the week's forecast, though, lots of rainfall back into the forecast. We'll talk about just how much coming up.
Both Oklahoma State senators passed a bill that would increase penalties for dangerous police pursuits. We're on efforts to improve public safety.
A live look outside in Fort Smith here at 6:30. Good morning to you. 5 News This Morning starts now.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News This Morning.
Well, good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on this Monday. We hope your day is off to a good start, and it looks like weather-wise, we're pretty good to go today, at least.
Yeah, not too bad. We got to ease into it. Well, it was, okay, so yesterday was in Florida over the weekend where it was 75 to 80, sunny, beautiful. Flew in to Little Rock, and it was warm. When I got out of the car to get gas in Northwest Arkansas.
A bit cooler, huh?
A lot cooler.
Yeah, it's that cold front coming through. Yeah, so much cooler out there this morning. By the time we get to tomorrow, we get another windy day. It'll be much warmer. Current temperatures out there this morning, starting off into the upper 30s, low 40s, Northwest Arkansas. That's that cooler air Tiffany was just talking about across the river valley into those mid 40s out there this morning. Might need that light jacket as you head out the door. Overall this afternoon, not too bad. 50s, 60s, and some sunshine out there. It's a bit more cool for the start of the week. Then by the time we get to tomorrow, into those 70s once again. Northwest Arkansas, the rest of the day today, lots of sunshine breaking out. Daytime highs just climbing up into those low 60s. More than likely, a lot of us ending into those upper 50s today. Across the river valley, seeing those daytime highs reaching up into those mid to upper 60s. Pretty mild Monday for us overall, considering the rest of the week is when that active pattern picks back up. Wednesday, specifically mid-morning into the early afternoon, some strong storms back into the forecast, but the rest of the week's forecast then there afterwards, multiple chances of rain and thunderstorms back into the forecast. Here's a look at Wednesday's risk before we take a look at traffic this morning. You got that level 3 enhanced risk across Northwest Arkansas and the river valley for Wednesday mid-morning going into the early afternoon. We'll talk about that storm risk coming up in just a bit. But first, let's get a look at traffic out there this morning. Here is a live look out across I-540 there crossing over the Arkansas River. Good morning to you there. Pretty nice out there this morning. A little bit of cloud coverage here and there, but overall, no accidents, no slowdowns to talk about. Should be a nice start to your Monday morning.
All right, thanks for that, Stephen. All right, spring break week is over, Morgan, and it's back to the grind.
It's back to the grind, and I think it was funny. A lot of us were on the road at the same time. Tiffany and I both driving home yesterday. I think I just missed the traffic. There was a lot of spring breakers on the road coming home.
A ton. I saw a lot of like sorority stickers, fraternity stickers on cars that I was behind, and so I think a lot of people are trying to get that last minute, little trip in, and they were coming in at the last minute because it was like 6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, trying to get home.
Well, lawmakers are back at it with a new bill this week that could bring online casino gambling to Arkansas, but only through the 3 licensed casinos.
Morgan, online sports betting is already legal in Arkansas, so this would expand that, right?
Yeah, that's right. So online sports betting, it was legalized back in 2022. Sports betting's been legal since 2018, and then in 2022, the state's 3 casinos were able to expand to mobile sports betting. But online casino gaming, so blackjack, roulette, or slots, those aren't allowed right now. House Bill 1861, which goes before a committee tomorrow, would change that. This bill would make online casino gambling legal only through the state's 3 licensed casinos, while also cracking down on illegal gambling sites. It also includes a provision to allow those casinos to hold digital drawings that would benefit NIL collectives for college athletes. Supporters of the bill say these unlicensed sites aren't regulated and they don't pay taxes. And they say this bill would help protect consumers, keeping gaming revenue in Arkansas. But not everyone's on board. Some in the casino industry argue that this is bad policy and it could have negative impacts on social well-being, the economy, and existing gambling regulations. If passed, this bill would make Arkansas just one of a handful of states to legalize online casino gaming, and it's scheduled to be discussed in the House Judiciary Committee tomorrow morning. We'll let you know what happens. Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.
All right, thanks for that, Morgan. Well, also at the state capitol, Arkansas lawmakers are set to discuss a Senate bill today that could reshape the towing industry. A non-consensual towing statute is already in place. That law stating that a vehicle towed without consent can be held by the tow company with additional fees. They can be costly. That, however, could change. Now, if passed, the new bill would force vehicles to be released even if the person hasn't paid.
A non-consent tow is if somebody wrecks on the side of the highway, or if you're at an apartment complex and you leave your old abandoned vehicle there, we go out and get it. That's called non-consent towing.
Well, he goes on to say that if the bill does become law, towing companies would have no choice but not to respond to non-consent tows.
Once we pay to have it dumped, that's another $2,000 or $3,000 on top of the bill, and they're wanting them to be able to come and get their truck and trailer out of here with no means of paying anybody.
The bill will be debated on the Senate floor today. We'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma, the state Senate has approved a bill surrounding public safety and dangerous police pursuits. Senator Aaron Reinhart authored the bill, which would increase penalties for the crime of causing an accident that results in serious injury while fleeing from law enforcement. Offenders would serve the majority of their sentence in prison before becoming eligible for parole. The bill also raises the minimum sentence for this crime from 1 year to 5. The measure now heads to the House of Representatives for consideration.
Well, this morning, it's been just over 3 years since a destructive EF3 tornado hit northwest Arkansas. It touched down in Fayetteville, then moved north for more than 5 miles into Springdale, leaving scenes like this one at George Elementary. That's where a gymnasium and nearby homes were completely destroyed. In total, the National Weather Service says that the tornado traveled 5.2 miles and was up to 350 yards wide. Well, here's a look at surveillance video that captured the moment 3 years ago, showing when the storm started to strengthen in Fayetteville. The tornado began at 4:04 a.m., tried north of Johnson, and ended at 412 near Emmett Avenue by the Springdale Airport.
A new round of tariffs are set to kick in this week, including an extra 25% on imported vehicles and parts. But a new CBS News poll shows that many Americans are concerned tariffs will raise prices. 64% say the president is not focused enough on lowering prices, while 55% said he's too focused on tariffs. However, the United Auto Workers president told Face the Nation Sunday the move could bring jobs back to the U.S.
Tariffs aren't the total solution. Tariffs are a tool in the toolbox to get these companies to do the right thing.
Over the weekend, President Trump told NBC News that he couldn't care less if car companies raise prices in response to those tariffs.
Well, this morning, the death toll from that devastating earthquake in Southeast Asia now stands at more than 1,700 people, with hundreds still missing. Derek Waller has the latest on the destruction.
2 days after that 30-story construction site collapsed, sending plumes of ash racing into city streets. This morning, Thai officials say at least 17 people in that country are now confirmed dead, with dozens more injured and unaccounted for. But the worst devastation is some 600 miles north near the epicenter of Myanmar's Mandalay region, where temples and mosques filled with worshippers were reduced to rubble and multiple bridges collapsed. This video there shows nurses in a maternity ward trying to steady cradles as the ground rocks, with one woman falling to her knees to protect a baby. The military that seized government control in a coup 4 years ago now says more than 1,700 people are confirmed dead, another 3,400 injured, and 300 still missing. Americans with family in the region say they're nervous. In New York City, one man says his family is sleeping on the street after finding cracks in the walls of their homes.
Mandalay, the whole city is a lot of building collapse. They can't even eat and cook in their kitchen.
They're afraid to go into the house.
Yeah, so they don't have any food to eat.
But amidst tragedy, this glimmer of hope, the birth of this baby born in the midst of commotion. I'm Derek Waller, CBS News.